I don't want to be mad.
Okay, if you need a few seconds,
I don't want to be mad anymore.
I can fill time if you need to collect yourself.
No, I don't want to be mad. I'm just confused. And
it's like what you say to your kids. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
You're in a great hitter's park.
Not yesterday.
Well, somebody got a lot of hits. You're in a great hitter's park. You are facing a right-hander.
Who's not very good.
The number one prospect in your organization is up.
Daniel Susak. Just trying to get you to laugh. Yeah.
You have multiple injured corner outfielders.
Yep.
Heliot Ramos and Jung are both out of the lineup. You have already signaled that you are willing to put Casey Schmitt in those corner outfield spots because you did so last night. But they have chosen not to do that tonight.
No?
Casey Schmitt will be the designated hitter so that the Giants can bat Drew Gilbert 7th and Will Brennan 9th.
Who?
2 left-handed hitters. And Bryce Eldridge is on the pine. And I'm confused. I'm going to try I don't want to. I could do something right now, and then Lucas will cut it, and it'll go on social.
Virality's ready for you. I'll lay out. Lucas, you ready?
Someone has to explain this. Please, someone smarter than me, somebody that wears a Giants hat for a living, something. Like Jim Bowden might call again. This makes so little sense. He just called us last Wednesday. We don't want to have to bring him on again. The Giants have publicly stated in just the last couple of weeks, and I think with understanding, I don't love that Bryce Eldridge is up when you don't have a spot for him, but at minimum, as I kept putting it, you're putting Tony Vitello in a little bit of a tough spot because you're trying to win games. You want to get Bryce's at bats, but there's a logjam. You don't want to sit too much of Adames. You don't want to sit Devers, and I know people want to sit Chapman, but you can't, and you certainly don't want to sit Schmitt. And so everyone was like, "Gish, what do you do? What do you do? I get it. This is tough. There's a puzzle there." And then all of a sudden, the puzzle makes full sense. Not for a good reason, for a bummer reason, but all of a sudden it makes sense. Heliot Ramos gets hurt, walks off the field in Sacramento, and he's going to be gone for a number of weeks. And I said it yesterday, but the zing left my take because the Giant lineup came out before I could even say it, and they did exactly what I hoped they would do. Put Casey Schmitt in left, and you have a full runway for Bryce Eldridge to be in the lineup every day and be your designated hitter. And you're in a hitter's park with nothing but right-handers. So they do that. And then he gets a couple hits.
Couple of hits, yeah. Couple of knocks.
And the very next night, we get Drew Gilbert and Will Brennan. Boy, I hope people have, let's see how I should have said this. I hope people have air coitus in the outfield later on tonight after the game, because that's what we're looking forward to. And quite frankly, the only thing we're looking forward to, we got bandanas, we got helmets that are going to fly off. People might eat dugout walls, but we don't get our number one prospect. We don't get that. Fingers crossed that he's going to want to pinch hit a lefty for checks notes on different lefty later on in this game tonight when a high leverage moment comes up and the bottom of the lineup is up. I don't want to be frustrated anymore. I just want to understand.
Make it make sense.
I can't understand this lineup. I can't understand this approach. I don't get it. I just don't get it.
I would get it more if Bryce Eldridge had a day yesterday, which was, oh, man, he is really in a spot, and he was 0 for 4 with 3 punchies, but he had 2 hits, and he was one of your lone bright spots, and Willie Adames hit a home run, and beyond that, you didn't really do much offensively, and yet you've got Brennan, who just got called up. He's a lefty. Okay, I get it. Lefty against a righty. And Gilbert, he's a lefty against a righty, but I think that Bryce Eldridge is also left-handed. I hope I don't have to Google that, but you've got Devers and Arise. Okay, they're always going to play. They're lefties, but beyond that, you've got Harrison Bader, who's this year batting a .171, and he's doing better, but he's going to go ahead and lead off. And, Bader, your center fielder, is going to lead off, and then you've got Brennan in there and Gilbert, and you don't have your young phenom. I don't get it either. It makes no sense.
Harrison Bader, Will Brennan, and Drew Gilbert. That's the outfield.
That's your outfield. Right.
I got nothing.
I mean, Bader.
I don't.
Bader lifetime 2 for 3 with a home run against R. Nelson.
And Bader's been doing some good things. I don't even mind that Bader's in there. I don't mind that Bader's in there.
Gilbert and Brennan have never faced Nelson.
I don't know.
It's a sneak attack.
I don't. You're darn right it is.
And Eldridge has never faced him either. Ryan.
Of course he hasn't.
Ryan Nelson. Ryan. Like Sandberg. Ryan.
Rest in peace, right?
Ryan Nelson? No, he's pitching tonight.
Ryan Sandberg.
I don't think so.
Didn't he? No? Am I wrong? I'm sorry.
It's normally my bit.
I know.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking at Wikipedia, and he was hit with a was.
Yeah.
A year ago.
Yeah, a year ago.
Less than a year.
Last summer. Close. July.
I'm sorry to break that news to you. Yeah,
Less than a year.
Ryan Sandberg passed away.
If I had the damn buzzer in here, I would buzz you because you're the king of buzzing me when I'm close.
A year ago, 2025. It's currently 2026.
You thought he was alive. You get a buzzer, too.
I wasn't sure.
No.
And it was 10 months. So we're both wrong.
No, I'm going to back Randy on this one. That was last year.
You don't get to round up, okay? Come July 28th, I'll pour a little bit out. It'll be a year then.
Fine, I get half a point. You get 0 points.
You get no point, much like he gets no point for saying Bryce Eldridge will be back by May 1st. No, it was May 4th. You lose.
I never argued that I won.
I'm pointing out that he also gets the L.
But I was close.
Mark Glandy with the L.
Anyway.
Go back to Eldridge, please.
Whatever. Sick of both of you.
Good luck to you getting an Eldridge home run in the next 2 days.
That's my Lucas.
I almost directed my anger at Lucas there, but I decided to breathe instead, and I'm laughing because of Lucas's face. I've had a little bit of a 24 hours where I've been a little too reactive. I got mad at my parents last night.
No.
Yeah, I did. I told them about it too.
Tom and Ellen? Did they show too much concern for your well-being?
No, it was the other way around.
You were like, how you doing? And they said, mind your business?
No. They shouldn't. Well, I don't want to put all their business
Okay, that's fine.
But yeah.
But
there's something that they shouldn't be doing anymore, and I want them to stop, and I'm trying to help them stop, and they're getting mad at me, and I got mad at them back.
Probably juggling with flame torches?
How'd you know?
I mean, driving blindfolded?
Pretty damn close.
Bungee jumping?
Anyway.
Anyhow.
Yep. I almost went after you, Lucas. That was close. Did you see it? Lucas saw it too. I fired a look at him, and I was about to go. I was about to hit the big green button.
It was a loud silence.
And then I'm like,
yep.
I listen, you're 20 and 28. So if you guys just want to do this all summer and do it. It's your organization. I'm just a fan. But this is not the way that I would do this. This doesn't make any sense. You have to give the fans something. If you're not going to give them wins, then give them a glimpse. Okay? You got to give them one or the other. You can't give them losses and Will Brennan. And it's nothing against Will. But I'm sorry. This is the number one prospect in your organization. You are in Arizona against a right-handed pitcher, and he's coming off of a 2 for 4. If somebody in the Giants organization could sit me down and give me a rational, thoughtful reason for him to not be in the lineup tonight, I am all ears. But this is wild. That is a wild lineup. And I don't know any other way to say it. I don't understand that at all.
I mean,
That doesn't make any sense.
One word to describe it.
Go ahead.
Kaminga.
I mean,
Kaminga. Like, maybe he doesn't understand the offense. You know? Maybe he doesn't understand how to play around Rafi Devers.
When they went down by 10 runs, I stopped watching last night. Did he run to third when he hit the ball? Did he run? Is that what happened? Is that what?
I mean, I also turned it off.
Okay.
I'll have to Google it, but.
Did he pass to the wrong teammate?
Right. I mean.
Was Devers open and he passed it to Arise?
Bryce also has the ha-ha. But maybe he's playing for a coach who doesn't love the young people. I don't get it, Mark.
Whoa.
I mean, you're 20 and 28. If you were 28 and 20 and Bryce was 0 for his last 13, okay, I get it. The young man had 2 hits and you lost. You got motorboated in Arizona and he was one of the only people who actually looked like he gave a crap. And you lose by 8 and now he sits. I don't get it.
Justice de Los Santos, the Merc, was on our morning show with the Joes and talked about his recent conversation with Buster Posey about this situation.
I mean, we isolated to the Eldridge issue. I didn't want to belabor the point. Posey's always very calm. He's always, very, level head on the shoulders. He's never going to get too high, never going to get too low when he's talking to us. But he was very understanding of the fact that it is like a really weird, situation that I don't know if weird's the right way to say it, but it is just really a difficult situation with Eldridge right now because, Eldridge doesn't have a lot of positional flexibility and the roster is, kind of a logjam. And there's not really a lot of things that they can do right now. So it's kind of understanding that, yes, in an ideal world, they would like Eldridge to get a little more playing time. But, Eldridge is taking everything in stride. He's, for a 21-year-old, he's very mature. He's kind of attacking this. He's saying, all right, how can I best prepare for those days when I don't start? How can I adjust my routine to pinch hit? But, for Eldridge's development long term, it is going to be a looming question of, is this the best thing for him right now?
So I think Justice is referring to his conversation with Buster, which I happen to know happened prior to the Ramos injury. So the answer that Buster gave him was a fair one at the time, and it no longer is. It's not a roster crunch anymore. Ramos and Lee are out, and Schmitt can play the outfield. That's not a crunch. Tonight, you just made a choice. You just willfully made a choice that you would rather have Drew Gilbert and Will Brennan in the lineup than Bryce Eldridge. And I am confuzzled.
Right.
What? Whew. That one is flying over my head.
Well, especially when you already had Tony Vitello talk about how, Christian Koss got set down and he feels bad because he never had a chance. And, I didn't really play him enough. And so it was a little bit on him, on Tony V for not getting him in there. So maybe this is a reaction to that where you feel like, Brennan has to get in there and play because we don't want to give him the full-on Koss treatment. But I see you, Mark, and I'm not trying to...
Brennan has to get in there and play, but you don't say that about your top prospect?
I'm totally with you. I'm just trying to make sense of what is a nonsensical choice because you're playing a lefty against a righty instead of a lefty against a righty. And I didn't watch every route that Casey took in left field yesterday, but it seemed to me like he was fine out there in left field.
Well, he did a great job of watching the balls fly over the fence. So there was that.
Well, I mean, what's he supposed to do?
Yeah.
Go full on Spider-Man and bring him back?
I don't know. This one is a weird one. Chris in Sonoma. Hey, Chris, thanks for calling. What's up?
Fellas, how we doing?
I'm okay, Chris. I'm a little wobbly right now.
I'm worried about you.
Yep. Me too.
I have concern. Listen, we're all fans. I'm a lifelong fan. So are you guys. We all have a choice. And I am going to choose to not watch tonight, nor will I listen. Despite the fact that I absolutely adore all of our announcers, radio and TV, including Joe Rizzo, who I think is very good. I'm just not going to do it. It's too aggravating. It's contrary to all logic. I am a logical person, and players are going down one at a time like dominoes, and yet they keep finding ways to keep young Bryce on the bench. I said in spring training they should use him in the spring to learn how to play the outfield so that he does have, what'd you call it, positional optionality? I love that term. But look, I'm going to choose tonight to instead watch the Knicks and the Cavaliers, which will probably be very entertaining and will be zero frustration because I can't stand either of those teams. And that's what I'm going to do. And I suggest that Giants fans were all frustrated. Do the same thing. Just do that. And you'll feel better.
Yeah, it's an idea, Chris, but here's why, and I appreciate it so much, especially your concern, Chris. Thank you so much for calling. Here's why that doesn't work for me. It'll work for the beginning of the game because I'll be at my son's game, so that always takes precedent over the Giants. But, like, I don't have anything against Drew Gilbert and Will Brennan. They got Giants hats on. They got jerseys. I want them to hit home runs too. I don't ever turn in my fan card. I can be wrong. Who knows? Maybe Tony Vitello knows that Will Brennan is going to homer twice tonight. I don't know. The thing is always the win. That is always the thing. And the Giants might win tonight. So I'm never going to sort of like, even for a night, turn in my fan card. The other side of it is our business. Like, it's our job.
Right.
We're going to watch the game, and then we're going to see what happens. But also, I can sit here in this moment and tell you I'm pretty confident in something right now. You were just, in fact, you even just said to me, you're trying to make sense of a nonsensical situation.
Right.
I am confident that 100 people could line up right now, baseball savants, and give me the reason why the lineup looks like this tonight, and I'm pretty sure I would reject all 100 reasons. I just don't think a reason exists. You know that I go to this card a lot. I think when you're highly successful in life, like Buster Posey and Tony Vitello and other people with the Giants all are, I think it's very unlikely that you're super, super stupid. So I do not believe that. I don't think Buster is stupid. I don't think Zach Manassian is stupid. I don't think Tony Vitello is stupid. I don't think that they're stupid, which means one of those 100 reasons made sense to them. I don't think they're out here just being like, you know what would be funny? Like,
Let's see if we can get the fan base all up in their feelings about this.
Right. I think they've got their reason, and I think they're trying to win a baseball game tonight. But I'm having the hardest time figuring out what that reason might be. And I'm especially having a hard time with whatever that reason is. It's a bigger reason than your number one prospect who you called up. You called up, and now there's space for him and a night where he went 2 for 4 in a hitter's park against a righty. Whatever reason you have is bigger than that. That would be surprising to me.
It's shocking, and
that's what they came up with,
and that's fine. And to me, it goes against conventional wisdom. And if you go back to, however many years you want to go back to, when you have a prospect and you bring him up and then you play him, and I'm thinking about who we saw last night for Arizona, Ryan Waldschmidt, who we're all getting to know. And he came up on May 8th, and he pinch hit, and then he started the 9th, the 10th, the 11th, the 12th, the 13th, the 15th, the 16th, 17th, 18th. He went 3 for 3 yesterday. He had 5 total bases, and he's a guy who's even greener than Eldridge. And if you look at it, well, he plays every day. And this feels a little bit to me, Mark, like the NFL team that thinks, you know what? We're going to go to a 2-quarterback system, and we're going to give this guy, the first quarter, and then we'll go to our other guy for the second quarter, and we have 2 quarterbacks, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to be different than everyone else. We're going to go ahead and show the league that we're smarter than everyone else. This feels a little bit to me like that. Every other team in baseball that has a top prospect who is up in the bigs, they all play every day, except for this guy. And I don't know why.
Tony Vitello talks in the Arizona dugout in 50 minutes. That's all we can do is hope that one of our friends says, why not? Why not Bryce tonight?
Right.
And I want to hear that answer. And listen, I'm going to try to be as open-minded as possible, but I will say out loud right now what I hope I don't hear.
Which is a Kanye West reference?
A
Drake quote?
No, if he wants to do that, you know me. Be you. Be you. If Willie Adames likes to smile, talk to opponents, and put his arm around his teammates, do it. I'm not bothered by it. I know a lot of people are. And same with Tony Vitello. Same as Gabe Kapler. Talk about coffee, burgers, and Kanye. I'm fine. Please don't say that Bryce isn't playing tonight because it's a roster crunch and a puzzle that you haven't figured out. That's not true anymore. So you pick a different answer this time. And I will be open-minded to hear it until we do. That's all I can say at this moment with about 45 minutes to go till he sits down. And I would imagine that will be one of the first questions that Sluss or Pavs or Justice throws out.
And I would predict the answer has to do with, we want to have that left-handed bat off the bench for a late game situation. That's my prediction.
Yeah, his name is Will Brennan. That's literally why he's there.